Zionism was founded by an atheist, and so was Hindutva. Why do you think atheists among Hindus and Jews can't shake off ethnonationalism, even though they are atheists? Many atheists can't shake off culture. Well,
All right,
you don't
so
need to necessarily shake off all culture.
I don't think it's fair for people to compare. So, not having religion doesn't mean you're not going to be immune from all other crappy ideas, right? It's just such an guys. Nobody hears the echo. I'm hearing so much echo right now. It's so annoying, but it's fine. Like, tell me if you guys are not hearing echo, that's fine.
I
Okay.
literally have my volume on 1%.
All right, so here's the thing. Let's say you have bad idea A, B, C, D, E, F, all the way to Z. Okay, ideas. Okay, and let's say we are acknowledging that ideas A are bad. Okay, and we are saying stop believing in A. This is moronic. Why would you believe in A? Okay, and then you say, but Armin, people who don't believe in A seem to believe in B, C, D, and all the way to Z. There are many other bad ideas that these people believe in. And like, yeah, like it's so amazing that people want atheists that have managed to just have not one of the bad ideas, which is A, right? All of a sudden be like, because they rejected A, like they're putting all bad ideas into the category of A and everything else. But given the number of all other bad ideas that are out there, it's more likely for the person that doesn't believe in A to maybe believe in one of those other bad ideas than not believing in any of those bad ideas. Like, I think it's very I don't know if I'm communicating how unfair this is what I'm trying to say is that this binary approach of religions as bad ideas and everything else as a whole, other bad ideas, makes it seem like atheists are supposed to be immune to a whole other set of ideas, as if it's just like religion and everything else. But if you look at all these other bad ideas, it's more likely for people to be infected with some other bad ideas other than religion. So it's not really fair to hold atheists to such a high standard that compared to religious people when it comes to yeah.
So the short answer would be they can be just as dumb as anyone else.
No, it's not someone I have to figure out how to communicate this, because I think people are treating like all other bad ideas as just like, but they're treating it in a binary way that makes it unfair to, because now if you look at atheists, you're like, well, atheists believe in ethnonationalism. Oh, atheism believes in atheists do believe in ghosts. These atheists believe in Buddhism. Oh, these atheists believe in conspiracy theories. Yeah, because nobody suggested that just because you got the answer to one question right, all of a sudden you become immune to everything else, right? Anyways.
Yeah. British Jane is saying, Armin, the video on Jainism had many lies. Do you want to make another video on it with my help? Well, if you become a patron, you could meet with Armin and discuss it.
Yes. And my experience has been a fundraiser is when people say this video had lies, it's just because they are biased in favor of something and they just don't like the truth being told to them by an unbiased source, and they consider it fake news because I don't like it. It must be fake. I'm not saying you're doing that, but that's my experience. People cry fake news when an objective source looks at their things that they consider precious in a more objective way. But that's my experience. May not be true. I'm just applying a fundraiser. But yeah, if you're a patron, you could schedule a meeting with me, and it will go live on my personal account. Oh, we got a super chat.
Oh yeah, Aniket gave us 200 rupees. Thank you. Seen research on atheist king, Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj, who fought against the Mughals who tried to invade the Mughals who tried to invade India, and he even fought for lower caste people, so the Brahmins hated him. Well, that's an interesting fun fact.
Interesting.
Thank you for the super chat.
I need to look into that.
Oh, we just got a
Like
second
somebody
super chat.
remind me to look in. Yeah, but before I do that, but somebody remind me to look into that. I'm an atheist, but video literally had lies. The fact that you call it lies instead of mistakes shows to me how biased you are, because you're already assuming the intentions of the content creator. Like instead of saying like, "Oh, these things are not correct," you
Yellow
actually assume,
mistakes.
you just like, "Oh, they're lies." Like the person, like intentionally spread misinformation about Jainism. That shows to me how biased the way you look at this whole situation
It's
is.
uncharitable.
It's so uncharitable. It's
Sid
so unfair.
Dave gave us $5. Thank you. In India, many leading LGBT activists like Ashkash Kavi, Abhijit Mitra are hardcore supporters of BJP, RSS, Hindu nationalism. What do you think about this? We've talked about this before a bit.
Are you?
It's complicated. I understand that the left in India is kind of a SHIT show, very like Islamist apologetic. Yeah, and so I mean, I will appreciate them for their support of that, but there are many other examples of how the RSS and BJP has opposed. The party itself has opposed advances in LGBT rights, even if there are specific activists who are supporters of the party. See what I
mean? Okay, so here's the thing. I think that, again, this is the nature of binary thing. People think that, you could have some good ideas and some very bad ideas. Like people think that when you go after somebody for spreading some disease, when it comes to like some of the most harmful ideas on the planet, that means that they can't have any good take on anything, right? We have many Muslims, for example, who are LGBT rights activists or women's rights activists or secular activists or free speech activists or do charity work, good charity work, not any of that zakat BS. And does that mean that all of a sudden our position on Islam, because they believe Islam is the true religion and it's the greatest thing that was ever gifted to mankind from God? They believe that as well. But does that mean that all of a sudden because we think that they're so wrong about that, does that mean that we don't acknowledge the fact that they might be right about some other thing? So you could be part of a very right-wing ethno-nationalist government and spread your Hindutva disease and curse your country with it. At the same time, you could also be an LGBT rights activist, and I could be like, yeah, that's crazy, and this is good. I don't think they negate each other, and I don't think they're mutually exclusive. Again, getting the answer to, just like I said, if you get the answer to one question right, that doesn't mean you're wrong about you're right about other things. Again, if you're extremely wrong about one thing, that doesn't make it, that doesn't mean that you're wrong about everything. But Katie has a response to that. When we highlighted this, I knew like Katie is gonna
of course.
Where is Katie's response is gonna come
waiting.
soon. We're waiting for Katie's response.
Katie is saying Hindutva love to call Shivaji their own because he fought the Mughals. Oh, this is no. This is about the king.
The other
this
thing.
is about the king. But Katie has a different question, which I think is interesting. This is back a while ago. I was wondering, has Armin ever had a conversation with a North Korean escapee?
No.
I don't think you have. But there's a girl who's a YouTuber, and she's a North Korean dissident and escapee, and I want to get her on the podcast or the show because she's really interesting. And she has really good content. Oh, shoot. I just lost my place. Someone was asking... Oh, shoot. Where did it go?
Okay, I'm going to highlight Qasim while you find it. Have you ever had someone as a mentor on how to think or reasoning? Yeah. Matt Dillahunty. I mean, not officially, but in my but he blocked me now on Facebook. Yeah. Like, not mentor as in like a real, like they know that you're a mentor. No.
You just see it that way.
Yeah, I just see it that way. But yeah, I'm blocked now by Matt Delante on Facebook, and he is also getting other people not to talk to me.
We don't have to
So
harp on it every time.
I'm gonna
But
do
it
that.
is.
I'm
Okay, I
gonna go.
guess.
I'm hard.
Yeah.
My heart is broken.
Sarah's asking a good question. So she's
Mhm.
referring to our Blasphemous art project. Does it
Mhm.
have to be pornographic? Is that important? Why? With love.
First of all, we haven't made any pornographic image.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just because it's sexual, that doesn't mean it's pornographic.
Yeah.
And it's
I mean,
about it literally.
Sarah, where do you watch?
The reason
Where?
why
Hmm.
is because we're promoting sex positivity.
Yeah, we're promoting sex positivity, and we're also normalizing things that people think that is problematic, that it shouldn't be problematic. And also, Sarah, where do you watch your porn? Because you need to switch websites if you think what we're producing is pornographic. Like, you're not getting the good stuff, Sarah. You're not getting some good stuff. Like, if you're seeing things that you think, like, if you think our art is pornographic, then you're missing out on some real porn. Okay. So
it's pretty funny because like Muhammad and Rama, like those were clothed men. Just kissing.
yes.
Like, is that the level of pornography for you?
Right. No,
Wow.
yeah. But yeah, we're trying to blaspheme. We're trying to normalize dissent. So whatever they tell us, we follow their lead. They tell us it's not like they tell us this is what you're not supposed to do.
They tell us what the red lines are.
They tell us what the red lines are, and we just follow their lead. Like, oh, this is the line that we're not supposed to pass. I just what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? I just cross your red lines. That's what we're gonna do. So again, we're following them.
Okay. Wait, I want to ask this question or answer this question before we go to the super chat. So Logata is saying, what are your thoughts on secular pro-life? So short answer is that I'm still not a pro-lifer. However, I think that their arguments are generally better because it's not coming from a place of divine authority. Relatively.
Relatively. It's
and
like
also, I've become friends with a girl who's a founder and executive director of a secular pro-life organization in my city, and I've been thinking about having her on the channel because we disagree a lot, but she's really nice.
I think it's really dumb. Is it as dumb as your Sky Daddy telling you that something is wrong and that's why it's wrong? No, but it's still very dumb. It's very, very dumb. It's insanely dumb. But it's hard to be as dumb as religious arguments. So slightly more intelligent than that.
Okay, let's go to the super chat. James SC, thank you for the 10 pounds. Saying, you've done a review criticizing the views of Candace Owens and Ben Shapiro on masculinity. Would you be willing to review a reason and evidence-based of defense of masculinity, like second super chat? Wow, thank you.
Thank you so much.
The one posted by now fired school teacher from Eton College titled The Patriarchy Paradox. It's also a news story in the UK at the moment. I've seen that news story kind of like circulating. Send us information in the Discord server. And the
no, I mean, it's already here. We should be able to find it.
He's probably thinking of something specific. If there are videos on this, go recommend it to us in the Discord. If there are specific articles, because you probably have something particular in mind, send it on the Discord. Because I'll look into it. If I think could make good content after I do a review or browse.
No, I'm already interested.
Interested.
Yeah, let's do it.
A defense of masculinity. Interesting.
Yes, I don't think like I want to like tear this apart somehow.
Yeah, I'm not one of those people who thinks that like all masculinity is toxic. Like,
no, but I don't also think that you need to celebrate masculinity.
Mm-hmm.
Celebrate. Here's a tip, okay? If you like masculinity, then celebrate masculinity. If you don't like it, don't celebrate it. If you want to be masculine, be masculine. If you don't want to be masculine, don't be masculine. And don't need to check for your genitals. Okay, there's nothing wrong with masculinity. If you enjoy masculinity, don't let anybody tell you that you should be like less masculine, okay? But whatever you feel.
Oh my God, we get it. What
Shut
happened to
up.
short answers? He's gonna kick me off the stream.
Okay. All right, let's continue.
Shub Tandem is saying, Susanna, your opinion on people saying that bi people are privileged. So it's complicated. This question, as soon as I saw it, it took me back to my critical gender and sexuality studies phase. Minor. There's many ways that you could tackle this question. It's complicated. Basically, some people say that bisexual people are privileged because if they choose to, they can opt out of the persecution that people who are exclusively same-sex attracted experience. I don't think this is necessarily true. In fact, like I'm going into my critical studies brain, they would argue is that when bisexual people are in an opposite sex relationship, that is actually bisexual erasure, because the appearance of a completely, or the appearance that both partners are heterosexual actually erases that person's queer or bisexual identity. And so what other people in this who are exclusively same-sex attracted might call a privilege, because you do have that option to quote unquote out, other people might call erasure, and that it itself is oppression. So it's complicated. I can see the ways in which, like, yeah, it could be easier, but also it doesn't feel good when people tell you that you're not actually the way that you feel just because of the person you're dating, and you can be treated very differently on the basis of the sex of the partner that you're dating at the moment. That's been my experience.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thomas.
Cosmic skeptic vegan evangelicism is too extreme. Factory farming may be immoral, but killing animals for food is not. One of two. I'm at a way different part of the chat. Where's the rest of this? Oh, but the point on. No, this is a different question, isn't it?
It came right after it.
Okay. What point on the evolution tree of life would we consider an organism to deserve our moral obligation, especially since sentient parts are found in plants?
I don't think it's extreme. I don't think a cosmic skeptic is extreme at all. I think it's actually, if anything, they're not extreme enough. I don't think that, first of all, the way evolution, I mean, I don't think people, I don't know, Thomas, if your understanding of evolution is that we are somehow superior because like we are ahead of other animals on the evolution tree, because technically like all of us here and the fish and the bacteria and the trees, everything that is alive, we're like we're at the same level. The living beings that are below us are the ones that went extinct. Everything that is alive right now is at the end. We're all at the same. We all made it, right? So it's not like we're ahead of fish right now. No, the fish that are alive today are exactly at the same point in the evolutionary process that we are. So the dead ones are the ones that are behind. Okay, I think the only way that you have to measure who deserves any moral consideration is based on the capacity to suffer. It's not intelligence. It's not where they are in the evolutionary tree. They don't even have to be a living being with a cell. You could even if you create AI that has the capacity to suffer, all of a sudden they deserve moral obligations come into effect. So that's my answer. Oh, Thomas is saying, I am a plant molecular biologist. So I don't know if you are, then why are you saying...
And you're about to get your PhD soon, I think.
So why are you saying at what point on the evolution tree of life we consider an organism to deserve a moral obligation? I don't understand. And what does that got to do? If you're a biologist, I don't understand why you're treating the evolutionary tree as if it's like some of us on this evolutionary tree are superior to others.
And subscribe! Everyone! Every single one of you is watching! Subscribe! Do it now! Do it! Do it now!